special surprise for you. So today I'm bringing you a conversation with a wonderful, a super sound therapist. Now, have you heard of it? No, I believe it's something new and upcoming. So you see, we are living in 23rd century now. New and new careers are coming up. And you see the women today, particularly, how empowered they are. So I'll just introduce to one of them and you'll have fun. Do join and do post your comments if you have any. So here I introduce and bring to the stage our guest, Anjali Chaddha. Hello, Anjali Chaddha. Most
Namaste,
welcome.
everyone.
A special thanks for agreeing to come here and join our viewers and share your wonderful experience, your journey of life with them. तो अंजलि जी,
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
थोड़ा सा आपके बारे में मुझे बताइए. मुझे इतना पता है, I have been to your studio and it's a wonderful studio in Gurgaon, and the amount of work that you have put in, and even seeing you evolve and do wonders there, it's been a real pleasure knowing you. So do share with my viewers all that you have to say. So we'll begin one at a time. Okay? So सबसे पहले आपको बहुत बहुत नमस्कार. Thank you. And I'll start with my first question. कि आपको ये सबसे पहले आइडिया साउंड थेरेपी का कैसे आया और कब आया? All to you.
Thank you, Vinita ji, for giving me this opportunity to be on your show.
आपकी साउंड थोड़ी सी ऊंची कर सकते हैं?
Yes, I can try.
Yeah, ठीक है.
Is it better now?
Yeah, better. I was on headphone. Yeah.
So sound actually came into my life through a journey. I started my journey with yoga.
Yeah.
I studied yoga. I was practicing as a yoga therapist. And during one of the therapies, I was working with a person who was losing their eyesight.
Yeah.
And while I could feel that the person is really upset on that one particular day, I started playing a singing bowl intuitively. When I played the bowl, the person immediately went into meditation, and that really zapped me. How it could happen online. I'm playing the bowl, and the person has gone into meditation, and that person had never meditated before.
Okay.
So from there, my quest to understand sound started. I did my music therapy with Chennai School of Music Therapy to understand the human mind, to understand how music affects our body and our life. Once I had a great understanding of human mind and the nuances of how we use music into scientifically into our body, I went on to study sound with various masters. And my journey started with Swaram in Orville. And then I went on and kept learning with masters in singing bowls. And recently I went to UK to learn gongs.
Okay.
So it's a forever quest. I call myself a learner for life. And this is how my sound journey started. And now I'm trying to bring sound in everybody's life for a holistic wellness.
So basically your sound therapy is a mixture of music, psychology, and perhaps the sounds, different sounds. So we never thought music could be I know that music is great, it relieves you, it freshens you up, and you really enjoy when you're in the music, but it could heal to this extent, like, you can actually customize it and tailor it to the needs of a customer or a human being. That's really interesting. Okay.
It is. Actually, what we do not know about our brain is that our brain is actually an ever-growing organ. Now, science is also proving it. So, both music therapy and sound therapy works on the two basic concepts. One is the neuroplasticity of our brain. So our brain actually increases or grows as you keep learning. That's how we learn, by repeating whatever we could repeat. So that's how we have been learning as a child. And that's how our mind is forever growing. So in music therapy, we keep on repeating the same music for the person again and again so that we can trigger the neurons in the brain. Similarly, in sound, there are multiple protocols that we do, but the constant sound, that particular constant sound with its vibration, it regenerates the brain, it activates the neurons, and it again it works on the plasticity of our mind. The second concept on which both music therapy and sound therapy work is the entrainment. It is not entertainment, it is the concept of entrainment where one thing syncs itself with the other when they come in touch.
Okay.
So, how it works in the space of sound and music is it works on our body. Our body is also the greatest musical instrument, and we are always in sync with nature. But that sync breaks due to multiple reasons, due to our conditioning, due to our work, due to our lifestyle. So that entrainment stops.
Okay.
So now with sound, we have instruments which are at the same frequency as our body.
Okay.
So when we play these instruments, when we play the music, that is how our body naturally starts getting entrained with the environment and it triggers its own self-healing mechanism.
So this is actually a science in its own self. It's a big deal.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a beautiful science.
How long have you been in this journey? And now,
so my journey with sound and music, in terms of certifications, began in 2022.
Okay.
So this is my second year now that I'm practicing. But I think my journey
when did you think of this?
Started many years ago with yoga itself.
That's what I wanted to ask.
Yeah, in yoga, I've been a student of yoga for over 10 years now. And in yoga, we are constantly chanting mantras, we are constantly chanting Om, we are using our breath. So indirectly, sound and music have always been into my body, have always been around me. I've been using it into my practice. But if you would say after certification, so it's been 2 years. Yeah.
So basically, it was you started off somewhere with yoga. It was a diversion from there. Like, we keep telling so many children when they come up, they talk about careers. It's never one set framework. You start somewhere, and where it takes you, even you don't know. It's a beautiful journey of life, isn't it? Where you started, now where you are, who knows, you may make another turn and learn something else, because that's how life moves. You get the knowledge of it, you want to know more about it, isn't it? So are you right now in your studio?
I am in my studio.
Can you show a little glimpse of your studio to my viewers? Yeah.
So what I have here is these are Payasti gongs.
Yeah.
Okay. These are being imported from Germany. They are German gongs.
Okay, wonderful.
And over here, I have one of my favorite instruments.
This is terrific. Gong. It reminds me of a Buddhist monastery.
Yeah, actually, you can say that the concept has come from there only. It's a plate gong set. It's called Shruti Thali. Wonderful. It has many plate gongs that we play together.
Okay.
And I would also like you to see this wonderful instrument over here.
Yeah.
This is called a glassophone.
Okay.
Or a crystal veena.
That's new.
The beauty of this instrument is that you cannot play it with your dry hand. My hands are dry right now, so you won't hear any sound.
Oh.
But when you wet your hands, you can play this instrument.
This is really interesting. Yeah.
These are some resonator tubes.
Okay.
And these instruments are right now lying on a bed. Okay. And this bed is my most marvelous instrument.
Okay.
I'll show you from below. So if you see, it's a bed.
Yeah.
And below the bed, there are strings.
Okay. Okay. Anjali, I would love to experience this all. It sounds so out of the world. It sounds surreal this could happen. And you getting those
Yes.
instruments.
So
Yeah.
imagine you are lying on a bed which is like a sitar with 50 strings.
So what does it
And
do to your body? You get those vibrations in the body.
yes, because sound is 100% a vibrational
Yeah.
practice.
Yeah.
And it is, what you were saying about the psychology. So sound works on two levels. It works on your physical level. You will immediately feel the connect with the vibrations.
Yeah.
You will immediately feel the connect with the sounds which are there at my studio. They are very, very melodious. Like if I do this chime,
Yeah, yeah. Honestly,
so
never paid attention to the chimes and the music. And I saw one of your Insta posts where you were talking about different mantras, like and different chakras with the sound. That was
yeah.
actually that caught my interest. So now, how with the sound? Though there are mantras attached to the chakras when they talk about it, but when you spoke about it, it was really intriguing for me, and I thought, why not? This is wonderful. So this is what
So,
this all music
what
have
we do,
different impact.
yeah.
Yeah.
So chakras and sound is again a harmonious science itself. So what we have at Arhat is the chakra balancing singing bowl.
Okay.
So your body is surrounded with 7 singing bowls. And
Okay.
when we play these singing bowls as per the protocols, the scientific protocols that we have devised, so one by one, these all your 7 chakras start aligning. The cleansing happen. A lot of release of your hold back emotions happen, and it's a very powerful therapy where you feel like a lot of people have told me that they feel levitated in that therapy.
Okay.
So, and sound, I was just about to tell you that sound also works on your, this is the physical part of sound, but sound works a lot on your subconscious level. Okay. So, what sound does it? It takes out whatever you have been holding back. Yeah. In your subconscious, like an anchor, it will pull out. Yeah, yeah. So whatever you are holding, like when you start cleaning your home, you first put out items which are not of use. Yeah, true. So that's what sound will do to you. It will put out items which are not of your use. So it is doing the cleansing of your body and your subconscious. And when it feels your cleansing has been done, it starts uplifting you. So this is massive. That is where, that is where people find out the purpose of their life. Their life changes. One thing that people normally, this particular line is so common in my experience with my clients, that everybody say that, we have rediscovered ourselves. Okay. Okay. So this is what sound does. It
in the matter of like how it's matter of knowing their own self, their personality, or maybe their vision, mission, and what kind of rediscovery pertaining to the body or mind or both?
Both. Okay. Actually, it's a very interesting question. So rediscover in terms of mind happens because in our work, when we start working with a person in a protocol, we ask them to put an intention. Okay. So intention is your thought. Yeah. Whatever you want to achieve. Yeah. I ask the person to, put that intention, and we have to understand that this entire cosmos is about waves, and your thoughts are the strongest waves you can send to the cosmos. And sound has this innate quality to take the wave that you are emitting, and based on whether,
just a minute. Does it some way bring you closer to that visualization and manifestation people keep talking about? Is it some form of that?
Absolutely. Because there is, I have not seen a tool as strong as sound healing, which helps you to manifest. I can say that if I share my own journey, when I started thinking about practicing sound professionally, my thought process was I would take one room in my home and convert it into studio. But look, today I'm sitting in a full studio. So that's how it manifests itself. And I still hold that paper in my office where I had written all the things about my studio, and today I see
all that is there. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay,
sound
so-
is a very strong visualization and manifestation tool. You're absolutely right in saying so.
So does it
Um,
help in curing any ailments of the people who come to you? Like, basically, I think
Absolutely.
it would be related to the mindset or emotions and mind. Or has it got anything to do with the physical eruptions also? Perhaps they are
So
all
I
linked.
would,
Yeah.
I work with a lot of people with mental ailments.
Okay.
I go to rehab centers also
Okay.
to work with people who are struggling with their mental ailments.
Okay.
But at the same time, at Arhat, that's what my quality of work is. At Arhat, we have instruments which are beyond singing bowls. And even in singing bowls, we have such rare set of singing bowls. I have a set of 6 singing bowls which pertain to all the organs of her body. I have a singing bowl pertaining to starting from the top of her body. We have singing bowls pertaining to our brain system.
Okay.
We have singing bowls pertaining to our thyroid system. Then we have singing bowls pertaining to our cardiovascular system and circulatory system. Then we have a singing bowl pertaining to our digestive system and
Absolutely new.
reproductive system.
Absolutely new to me. And then
It
very
is
interesting. Yeah.
absolutely new, and those bowls are such super bowls. You won't believe I have worked with a person, and that person, I'm not talking about yoga, just with those singing bowls, I've seen their spine getting aligned, and the person has actually, in result, have gained 1 or 2 inches.
Huh?
They
Okay.
have, it has changed their quality of life. They are much more calmer. They when they came in for therapy, they were jobless. Today they have found the job of their dreams. They have went on to another city to do their job, whereas they came completely jobless, completely, they did not know where to go in their life. Such a big loss of family, such a big loss of your work, and still they had faith in sound, and the sound worked not just on their body but overall improvement in their life as such.
Tell me, Anjali, like this concept is pretty new in our country, perhaps in the world. I have had not come across it. So, though I knew that sound and music has impact, because through when you do yoga, when you're interested in all that, it comes to you. But it can be taken to this level. How did this dawn on you? When did you first realize this is a world to be explored? What hit you first?
So,
Hmm.
so first, I think I am a person who would like to believe that it is not me; it is all done by universe. So I was always surrounded with music. And I started noticing now that there was always a singing bowl at my home. There were so many musical instruments around me. There were guitars, there were djembes, and I come as a Kathak exponent. So there were ghungroos. So I would say that instruments were slowly keeping themselves into my life. But when I started doing yoga, when I started working as a therapist, when I started working with people and started exploring the science of sound and music, that's when I
you've
thought,
been a dancer.
now,
You've been a dancer.
yeah,
You've been into
yeah,
music. So from there, you somewhere went into the nuances of impact of sound on the body and mind, and so you totally weird. It's another lane you took, huh? From yoga to dance to music, and now to totally into sound. That sounds interesting. Yes.
I've been always telling people that dance is my life.
Oh,
and I, like everybody else, there was a phase in my life when I was feeling really very depressed, when I was feeling like, I do not have any place to go. So that's when I restarted my journey with Kathak. It was during my job only. I restarted my journey with Kathak, and I found myself getting more and more calm, peaceful. My entire aura changed just with doing Kathak. So this seed was always there with me. I cannot tell you when exactly this happened.
Look
I
at
don't
the
have
journey.
that particular date or time with me. But it was always happening with me. Whenever there was something, and I grew up as a child. When I used to go for my school, I could not get ready without listening music. I remember that. Us time pe, whatever music, the movie songs used to be there, they were always playing. I was always so.
But Anjali,
That's the
see,
journey of this story.
we all hear music. In fact, we hear it all the time. Our day starts with it, our day ends with it. But not everyone gets impacted the way you did. So probably you were meant to be where you are today. And what a journey. I'm actually fascinated. What a journey. You started as a danciuse, then you started as a yoga person. From there, you went into the sound, and then you thought, okay, wow. So you were kindly like a funnel, you were narrowing it, and now here you are. So you think there could be another turn for you later on?
Absolutely. That's why, I keep telling everyone that I'm one of the most lucky people who've been at the right time, at the right place. And I strongly believe whether you call them angels or whether you call them gurus, they're always around you. And they will come to your life in form of one person or another, and they will always guide you. So that's what I keep telling myself, that my gurus are always around me. They're always guiding me.
I have a question, Anjali. Like, you've been lucky, truly. You've been blessed, truly. But there has to be a receptivity for things to come to you, right?
Absolutely.
They came to you because you were there ready to receive them. Perhaps it was there inborn. So, what message would you like to give, particularly to our students today, to our scholars today, struggling, not knowing what career to do, where to do, and there is such a mad race, stress, burden, new words, and how they are rushing like it's a mad race. ये भी try करें, वो भी try करें. What would you like to tell them with your calm journey? What message would you like to give them? How to start, where to start, how to get gurus? Not everybody is so lucky, right?
So I would tell everyone, be limitless. That's my message for this year. That's my message to myself. That's my message to everyone, that you are limitless.
But where should the students start? Give them a message. How they should start so that they get their find.
Start with what you like. Explore. Start with a pause. Start with a pause. I always call myself the pause in everybody's life. So you have to start with a pause. Sit, take out time for yourself every 1 or 2 hours, just for 5 minutes. Take a break. Sit, explore. Just look around. Look out of your balcony. It's a beautiful world. So many plants are there, so many trees are there, so many birds are there. Are you observing them? Nature is all around you. Universe is all around you. But are you there? That's where you start, with a pause. Get in touch with yourself. There is no bigger guru than this body. Have trust on yourself.
True.
So take a break, 5 minutes every 2 hours. Sit down, do nothing, just sit down. You don't have to be in a posture. Sit on your chair, close your eyes, turn on the music, and let your breathing do the work. Allow the universe, surrender. Allow the universe to take on. I always tell my students that what we perceive for ourselves is limited by our knowledge, whether it is from this life or so many life forms. But what God knows for you is perfect. So have faith. Faith, pause, and let it go. Let it go. But be limitless. Be eager to learn everything. Okay, I did something, I did not learn. Let me try again. And if it does not happen after much trying, maybe I can try something else. Let me explore this as well. Explore everything. Go on, explore life. There are so many options.
That's what I would like to tell the younger generation, particularly the new budding ones today. They are always waiting in the winds. Guide us, tell us. Nobody can tell you. Nobody can guide you. It's there within you. The exploration comes from within, not from without. If only our children, our education system would drill this. I made one of the videos where I was talking about 6 best habits, and one of them is be with yourself. People have not learned to be in their own company, just to be with themselves. You always seeking people, music, something or the other should go on. Perhaps they are stopping the chattering of their own mind. There is
like
beauty
Sadhguru
in
says,
pause.
if you are like Sadhguru says, if you don't like your company, maybe if you cannot be in your own company, you are not in a good company.
So true, so true, so true. Well, Anjali, it's been wonderful talking to you. There's so much to learn from you. Maybe I'll call you again to meet my viewers, my students. It's been great. I wish you all the best, though I have still many more questions lined up. But yes, we have a little paucity of time, and I shall see you again. And thank you once again for coming on my show, and all the best to you. And maybe.
And can I give one message of sound to
please,
the students?
Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
So, for all the students who are watching this, sound improves your concentration. So do try one piece of sound. There are many YouTube videos where you can just turn on the singing bowls, their sound, or some instrumental music, and it will improve your concentration. And please do come to Arad Wellness Studio when your exams are over. And I am there for you in your journey and health.
Do you give trainings also, certifications also?
Yes, yes. I do train people into that.
Okay. So that has been wonderful. And especially your travels, when you went out, particularly to the Chennai and you were talking of London, was it any different from the Indian concept? How do they take it maybe? I never thought. Perhaps this scientific aspect of everything comes to us to some extent from the West. We don't care for our things. It was there with us, isn't it? All the time. But then
so you'll be very surprised to know that everything that we read in UK in Gong therapy is actually based on Indian scriptures. So they are following deeply the Indian scriptures. They've been yogis like I studied with Don Connery, who is the disciple of Yogi Bhajan. So he went to UK with Indian philosophies, and even right now they're following the Indian philosophies only because nothing can be done without them. They're so deep. They're about life. So yes, everything about Indian philosophy is 100% science, and they are following it, and it's so beautiful. And I was feeling so proud as an Indian to see that our culture, our values are being taught in such a beautiful
Anjali,
way.
this is so paradoxical. Our lineage, our heritage, and we are unaware of it. We are so ignorant of it. You had to go to London to get this reinforcement. Never mind wherever it comes from, but then somewhere it resurrects your faith into it. It brings you back with a refreshment. Oh, here's so much to learn. But do you think in India, are there any places or centers where they are taking it up so scientifically and actually making it a learning experience, like, maybe a course of it, out of it, or a study out of it, schedule out of it? Perhaps we don't have that.
There are many. There are many. Arhat is one of them. Then you have Swaram in Auroville, which is again a very beautiful center. Then there is International Academy of Sound Healing, IASH.
Okay.
So there are many academies.
So
there are many people who are working on this cause of bringing sound to people's life in a scientific way, as a course also. So explore it, Google it, and if you want any help from me, I'm there. Arhat also has beautiful courses lined up for everyone who wants to
actually
learn.
This should be made part of university courses and syllabus. It's got so much.
People are actually working for that.
It should be incorporated into our universities, particularly the new liberal arts colleges that have come up. I hope somebody would take this up. And these are the kind of education things that are actually needed by our youth, by our country, by our people. We don't need to learn and mug up for exams. There are better things. Never mind, but that's how the world goes. This is the variety. Once again, there's no end to our talking. Thank you so much, and bless you. And for being here and talking to all of yours. I hope you've gained something from here. Okay, Anjali, bye. Take care.
Thank you, Vinitaji, for giving me this opportunity.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. All the best to you in your ventures. Okay, I'll switch to this mode. Viewers, thank you for listening to me. It's been a wonderful 7-day challenge, and I'm going to start the challenge again on 24th January. And then I'm going to start with again something to do with your career and something to do with your English learning. Well, the variety is the spice of life and the beauty. It's not just one spoke of a life. Our life is like a wheel, and there are so many spokes, and we have to address each spoke to become a holistic person, healthy person, interesting person. Isn't it? Zindagi na milegi dobara. So, well, I'll meet you again. I'll keep putting my announcements on the Facebook. Do keep in touch and do mention the comments if you want. I shall share with you the links of Anjali Chaddha in case you have any questions for her. Do talk to her. I'll request Anjali to share all her links of her social media with me on my profile. You can always meet her, talk to her, do visit her studio. It's something to behold of. Okay, so bye with this, and I end the stream now. Take care. See you again.